this video, I'm going to be talking about things you probably didn't know about the New Year's. First and foremost, it's pagan. Yeah, I know, it seems like I'm calling everything pagan, but it is. A lot of the celebrations are pagan. How is it pagan, you ask? Well, January 1st, the so-called first month of the year, was made from a Roman god named Janus. You read this is a little intake on Janus. If you read it closely, to sum it up, Janus was a god of time. That's the reason he has two heads to look to the future as well as the past. Here's Roman Emperor Julius Caesar, who decided that his month would be better for the New Year's. Here, read a little brief intake on that right quick. And by the way, every month and day of the year was named after a god. Hey, but that's gonna be for another video. And by the way, January 1st is definitely not the beginning of the year.
Things begin to take a more sinister turn with the institution of the Julian calendar and the insertion of the month of January by Julius Caesar. This month was inserted in honor of the Roman so-called deity Janus. Sacrifices were offered to Janus, symbolized by a two-faced man. Gifts were exchanged and rancorous parties were participated in. Also, the decoration of homes. This celebration faded for a while until the advent of Pope Gregory.
Origins of the pagan holiday April Fool's Day and the New Year celebration in January. Our ancestors during a certain years of slavery were still celebrating the month of Abib, the real New Year's, which is in spring, the ending of March and the beginning of April based off the new moon. April Fool's dates back to the year 1582, when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar as called for by the Council of Trent in 1563. In the Julian calendar, as in the Hindu calendar, the new year began with the spring equinox around April 1st. People who were slow to get the news or failed to recognize that the start of the new year had moved to January 1st, and continued to celebrate it during the last week of March through April 1st, became the butt of jokes and hoaxes and were called April Fools. These pranks included having paper fish placed on their backs and being referred to as poisson d'avril, April fish, said to symbolize a young, easily caught fish and a gullible person. Ask yourself, how is there new beginnings in the month of January, in the middle of the dead winter where there are no new plant or tree growth in the winter? New Year's means new beginnings, like all the crops and trees grow new in the spring. The month Abib/Nisan means ear of corn of crops. This is the month when Moses marched the Israelites out of ancient Egypt. Bible proof and references. Exodus 12 verse 2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months, it shall be the first month of the year to you. Exodus 13:4, this day came ye out in the month Abib. Deuteronomy 16:1, observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God, for in the month of Abib the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. Esther 3:7 in the first month, that is, the month Abib/Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast pur, that is, the lot, before him, and from day to day, and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is, the month Adar. Adar is the 12th month of the year off the Bible calendar, which is so called February.
Did you know that the reason April Fool's Day is celebrated April 1st is because in the 1700s they decided to move the new year from springtime to wintertime. Back then they celebrated the new year as April 1st, and when they changed it to the wintertime, January 1st, people that were in tune with nature still celebrated the new year as April 1st. And those people became known as fools, or it was called April Fool's Day. So basically, anyone that still followed natural time was considered to be a fool. Remind you of anything else? So just think about that tomorrow and ask yourself, so who really is the fool? Somebody who follows nature, or someone who says the new year begins in wintertime?
YHWH.